A lot of people think that you have to have acres of land or a large section of land to be able to grow fruit trees. And I'm just here to tell you that that's not true. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to take you on a tour of my tree orchard. It's in a sad state, which shows that you also don't need to be perfect at it. They are pretty resilient, and I will show you what I should have done, what I didn't do, and what I'm going to do. So come on, let's go see. All right, this is my orchard. These two trees right here, they are 5-in-1 apple trees, and they are from Fast Growing Trees, I believe. And by some miracle, they are budding. They are both budding. You can see those leaves coming out there. Now, this is their third summer with me, and I had neglected them for quite some time when they were in a different spot. They weren't getting enough sun. I barely remembered to water them, and they were in much smaller buckets. So the trees you see here in these bigger containers now, some of them were in these smaller white containers, not even in a 5-gallon bucket. So these are my two apple trees. This one here and that black bucket right there are blueberry bushes. And this one I don't think is coming back in front of me here. I do gotta get some of these dandelions out and grass that are trying to come. But in there I've got more blueberry bushes. I don't remember what kind they are anymore because I've lost the tags. Some of these I had planted saffron corms in also, and squirrels dug them up and ruined 100 corms. And what I wanted to see, if you look down at the bottom of my buckets there, I drill my hole about 1.5 inches up from the side. I don't put them in the bottom because I want to be able to have a little water reservoir there. So, especially in the heat of it. So what I will be doing out here, I just moved these to the spot last fall. It is the only area in this yard that gets full sun because there's a house right there, and then there are trees all the way over here, and back behind that ramp where that porch light is, that used to be where I housed all of these, and I am so amazed that any of them lived at all. Now has nothing to do with, oh, that's my dog Nico, has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of the trees, but the quality of the care that I did not give them. And somehow, by the grace of God, I still have some growth. So I will be bringing along while I add soil to these. I do have a little trick that I want to use for try to get the squirrels out from digging in my pots. And I got my liquid fertilizer over there, but it's been raining so often here that it would do absolutely no good to put the fertilizer in my plants right now. But I just wanted to show you the state of what it is. Now, and the great thing is too, is that when I move, they get to come with me. I don't have to leave anything behind. So, and you can see that blueberry bush right there is really, really putting on the blooms. I got some flowers coming out already and some leaves. And then I have my smaller ones here. I think these may be berries, like raspberries and blackberries. But like I said, I lost the tag a long time ago. You can see my corms, my saffron corms sitting in there, all chewed up and discarded like the rude squirrels that they are. It's bad enough that they torment my dogs. And then this one back here, well, that doesn't look like it's gonna live either. But I pray over them, and all I can do is better. Now, last year I also was in a car accident in June, and so it's been a long road to recovery. And fortunately, I have wonderful neighbors and family and friends that have been helping me. So I had the neighbor kid bring up my soil from up front so I can top these off, and we'll see where we go from there. So once I get everything set up, we'll be right back to start giving these pots here some TLC. So this is the corner of my backyard. And what I did last year was I took some of these leaves, that pile where you see the burdock growing from, I threw a bunch of the scraps, like the peels and tomato guts and stuff like that from the previous videos that I've already done. And I did a little over the winter compost pile. I just want you to see what I found. Besides the burdock, I got burdock all over here. But if you look under here, look at all this. This is fresh compost that just sat here and was made all winter. And there's worms. Look at the worms. Look at the worms. Do you see those? So I'm going to be using some of that to top off my plants too. I'll be right back once I get over there and get everything set up. All right, so upon closer inspection, it is not ready. It's still really moist under there. Like I said, I haven't touched it all winter. So what I'm doing is just using this stick here. I'm going to mix it up, aerate it a little bit. And we'll see how it is in a few weeks, few weeks. Let's get back to our table. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, and it's going to seem like an extra step, but like I said, I'm working from injuries from my car accident. So sometimes extra steps are going to have to be taken, right? So I have this bag of soil up here that, like I said, I had the neighbor kid bring back for me. I'm so blessed with my neighbors. When my family can't come to help me out, man, they're on it. All I have to do is make a quick phone call or even just a quick text. So I should get a smaller container. I think I have one. One moment. Looks like I would be incorrect. Oh, it's right down here. So I'm just going to keep these doubled up. They're from those berry canes, I believe. And I don't want to make too big of a hole because I just really don't want to lose a lot of it. But it works with what we got, right? Let's move my case out of the way. And really, I'm just going to come in here. This one here, I believe the reason that this one did not survive this year is mainly because my dogs like to pee on it. And I believe they get too much nitrogen. But what I am going to do is just kind of scruff up the dirt on these here and just top these off. I'll check the weather and see how long it's going to be till it rains again, because I really want to get some fertilizer on them while they're putting their leaves out. That's what the fish fertilizer will do. Will help get those blooms going. And like I said, I can't bend over real far, so I don't. The thing I used to do is try to work not through the pain. I can work through some pain. But what I don't do anymore is work past the pain, because all it does is make me pay for it later. And so this video will be chopped up. This is nice and wet from all the rain, so that's a blessing. I do what I can. Once I start to feel that twinge I stop. As frustrating as it is, I stop, because now that's wet and I don't know how much it's going to settle. So I'm going to top off my other little plants here. Now, I don't know if you can see this one here. Oh, fortunately, while it's stuck, it's not very heavy. I should not have done that. And I won't do it again. But I just wanted you to see, yep, see that little weight. Now this is maybe, it really isn't much heavier than a gallon of milk, which is what my weight limit is supposed to be, 10 pounds. But even though I didn't bend over very much, I felt that twinge in my back. So, standing upright, I'm going to get this finished. Now, this is 2 different plants right here. Like I said, I don't know what kind it is. They are. I really don't. I may, if they get too tall, I'll put them back against the fence, give them somewhere to go. And like I said, these are all 3 years old. And somehow they survived my neglect. Now, I did water them periodically through the summer. I did have the neighbor girls that helped me with watering. They are 5 and 6, so of course they had to make several little trips. But it's fun, and they get to learn something too. And I love teaching people how to grow their own food. And if they can learn this young to what they did, help to watch them grow, it's amazing. Now, this tree right here behind me actually tried to produce fruit last year. And I believe that because it was behind that ramp, like I showed you, the girls had access to it, and I think they got excited and picked off the little baby apples, which, they know not to do that now because they didn't get to finish watching it grow. And it was a learning experience for them and for me to keep things out of temptation. So here's this bucket here, and I will be back as soon as I rest what I've done. So it has been quite some time. I went in and rested and learned, I'd like to say I learned my lesson, and honestly, I could have taken that clip out, but it's real life here. And I know I'm not the only person who wants to do things that they shouldn't, and when they try it, it goes awry. So the first thing I'm going to do before I clear off all the weeds is go ahead and get the rest of these pots filled up. And we'll chat a bit while we do. I hope you don't mind the chattiness. But the whole purpose of this particular video is to, like I said, showcase the fact that you can grow your own fruit trees. You don't have to have land. You don't have to have, even just a flat area or an empty area in your life, or your yard, I'm sorry, that, I'm not editing out my mistakes. That wouldn't be fair. So this one is dead also. All my corms, see my saffron corms? Those squirrels, they did it. They ruined 100 corms. Can't believe it. Now I'm going to leave most of them where they're at because they are a fall plant. Saffron blooms in the fall, but I am supposed to get some greenery. And this is as far as I'm going to be able to reach on this side. Now, see, I'm using my table to hold myself up. I'm not bending over here on my own. I have to make sure that I have tools, no matter what they are, accessible to me to be able to help me do even the simplest things. And, you know, I just want to encourage those of you who also have issues to take it easy, take it slow, take it easy. But you can do that. And if you can't, I'm confident that there's somebody in your life who'll be more than happy to help. Now, if the neighbor girls weren't in school, I could have had them help me with this. But that wouldn't be fair either, because I want you to see that it doesn't all have to be done at once either. It can be done in stages. Man, that's a hard lesson to learn. A hard lesson to learn. I'm so glad I had the neighbor kid bring these up here, because with this wet soil, man, it's heavy. And sometimes I'm not smart enough to remember that I'm limited now in what I can and can't do. I want to do all the things, and I want to do them all solo. I could have one of my sons come and help me, or both my sons come and help me. Well, my oldest has moved away. He's a couple hours away now. He got a promotion at work. How dare he move away from mom? I always tell people, if I could keep all my kids with me forever, I would. But I went and raised productive members of society, and they've gone to make their way. All darn it anyway. I'm so proud of them both, though. My oldest has followed me in my restaurateur footsteps. All right, I'm going to turn you a little bit so we can get them other trees. I'm hoping you can see. Yes, okay. And I got a little bigger container now that I can get into the bag. Got my Cool Whip, my neighborhood Tupperware. And yes, I planted them in these trees too, because I wanted to get them into soil where they would be able to start to flourish. The first time I bought corns, it said to store them in a cool, dry place. So I did that, I thought. Well, I did. I put them behind my bedroom door on a shelf where there's no light. Like, even when the bedroom light's on, there's no light because that door is always open. And they sprouted behind that door. I couldn't believe it. If I can find a way to find a photo of that, I will. Boy, these look better already. And the fact that the soil is wet is a bonus, because I'm not going to be able to water them right away, just due to doing this right now. And like I said, it's been raining so much that I can't fertilize. Now, this is all I have left in this bag for this tree. And although I would love to be able to let you see what I'm doing down here, I don't want to get my camera all dirty. So I'm going to just finish this one up here. Now, this was one bag of soil that did everything that has life in it right now. So I'm going to drop things off the table like I do, and I will not be bending over to pick them up just right now because, like I said, know your limitations. So at this point, we are all done with filling up our soil. I want to show you how it looks now. I got this one here and these ones, and I'm so happy to have brought you along with me for this. Whoa, sorry about that. I know there's going to be some dizziness for that one, but real life. I'll see you soon. I am made it back outside. It's gotten quite a bit chilly since I went in to rest after getting those boxes filled back up. I just wanted to remind you that the purpose of today's video was just to remind you that you don't have to be perfect to grow your own food. You can have trees in buckets, and with God's grace, they will be on your timeline. Now those trees waited for me for 3 years, and I can't even blame my accident on the first 2 years because I was just a neglectful plant mom, unfortunately, and looking over at my dog. But you know, just take it easy, be careful, only do what you can do within your physical restraints. Stop when you need to stop. Like I said, I've been the one to push through the pain only to hurt myself even more and have to miss out on more things that would take much longer. So I would like to thank you for stopping by Kate's Corner, and if you would please share this video so that somebody else who's having these same kinds of issues, same kinds of feelings, same kinds of emotions can share in this video. I also would like to direct you to the link in the description. I have a free printable with the 5, not B5, but with 5 plants that are hard to kill so that you can start growing your own food too. And even if it's later in your area, there are plenty of greenhouses and farmers around that are happy to sell you some good quality seedlings. So I want to take this time to say thank you one more time. Please like and subscribe, and God bless. I'll see you in the next video.